Assalamu alaikum, hello and welcome. We're here at the headquarters of CAS, Conveyor Application Systems. We're with our really good friend Bob Snyder. Without further ado, I've known Bob ever since the first day that I ever came to CAS some 9 years ago. We operated a machine which in those days was across the road, was their testing facility, and ever since that day Bob and I have always caught up. So Bob, can you tell us how long you've been working with CAS and where you started, and then from there we'll move into which sort of area you're working in now?
So I've been with the corporation 47 years. I've been with CAS 17 years,
yes.
And I was hired in 2005 to be a part of the sales team.
Yes.
Okay. So as of last November, I am semi-retiring, so to speak.
Good
and
on you.
Kind of wanted to still work.
Yes.
And so we had a little chat about that, and so they decided that they would put me in a new position.
Yes.
Where it's called product support, which
okay.
I do all the R&D work, looking for improvements, and do all the testing on the machinery before they're delivered.
So Bob, tell us what you're doing there when you're running through. Now, you were mentioning to me that you were running fully loaded, you like to give it a good test. Just tell us what you're doing there with the machine with the AT7.
Okay, so to make it perform correctly and to test it, so our goal is to put it through a 5-cycle testing.
Okay.
So one of those tests is fully loaded.
Yes.
And so we will work the machine back and forth with steering, blade, level, crab steering, four-wheel steering, all the different functions. So we're functioning the hydraulic system, bringing it up to temperature, and checking all of our fittings, hydraulic fittings,
okay.
make sure everything is. We want to find failures, we want to find leaks, anything that we can possibly find prior to shipping.
Okay. And how many times are you saying that? You're doing it 5 times, did you say? A cycle test at least 5 times? And that's bringing it up to temperature and then cooling down, recycling again?
About an hour.
About an hour, okay.
We want that hydraulic fan to cycle,
yes.
On several occasions,
yes.
Making sure everything's functioning correctly. Then we'll let the machine stop,
yes.
Cool it all the way back down,
okay.
And redo it again.
Okay.
And we do that, load it, unload it,
yes.
With material, without material. And then if we find something, say we find a leak or we have to break the system open, it may require another hour test.
Okay.
So we'd like to make it 5 hours, but sometimes it turns into 8 hours.
Okay. Now you also, when you get the new belts, like your new placing belt that comes straight off the assembly line, you burn those belts into, or you season those belts is probably a good word.
It's handed to me after they've checked their settings, tension, pumps,
okay.
pressure, everything, yes. That they have to go through their checkout.
Yes.
So I'm the final going, yes, I like this, I don't like that.
Okay.
You need to change this.
Excellent.
So we go through that test. To me, I'm kind of like the gatekeeper.
Yes.
This is all kind of a new process to get better at what we do.
Yes.
And so our new facility gives us that opportunity to be better at it.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I remember in the early days when Bob and I used to get together, I would give Bob some feedback from Australia on how the machines were performing there, some of the upgrades that we did in Australia, and Bob would take that back over here. So Bob's always been very much similar to how I was with the CAS product, very hands-on and very customer focused on how to make the product better, how to feed the product into the market, and how to solve problems best, I suppose. Nowadays, Bob, you're in that product support role. You're doing a lot of testing. I've been here for 2 days now. I've been looking out the window up there and I see you testing machines and running all kinds of tests. That in the old days wasn't as easy as just coming into the backyard, was it? I mean?
No, we've made it more efficient, and we've made a commitment as a company to not only get the best machinery in the field, but try to improve it before we deliver it. So we're making more of an investment on the upfront side.
Yes.
To make sure that we're trying to put something in the field that's been tested thoroughly.
Okay, just adding to that as well, I remember being in Australia and we would have some new machines sent over to us, and some of these machines would have 20 and 25 hours, sometimes even 30 hours on them. So don't ever be afraid where if you buy a new machine with the hour count that's on there, it just means that it's had testing. Now, Bob and I were speaking earlier there today, and he was telling me that if they do find a problem, it could be another 5-hour test that they need to do to ensure that problem is still not present in that machine. Bob was also talking about the efficiencies that they have now. So before, you used to have to take it to one of the other facilities and load the equipment onto a truck and take it away?
Yeah, we had another facility which was about a half-hour drive from here.
Okay.
Which entitled loading it on a truck, taking it out, and actually waiting or having other people load you. So the efficiency of it wasn't that they had other things to do alongside loading us. So we're capable today of having everything in-house to load ourselves, continue feed. So we're actually getting a similar type of situation you would have on a job site where you're running material continuously for an hour.
Yes.
Versus load it and wait, load it and wait, where we're really getting it to what we want to see as a real job application.
Now also too, with this facility as well, they're able to bring the customers here. Should a customer come for a first time and not operated a machine, this facility that they have here right now, you can literally do anything that you want with it. You can run the material through it. You can get a very good appreciation of how the machine works, how it's going to react with your particular job. So they're the types of things that stand out for me. You know, you're not just buying a machine, you're buying a product, you're buying a service, and most importantly, you're buying that product support. So very, very important, and I think, look, hats off to the guys here at CAS and what they've done here. Tell us, Bob, I know Bob and I, like I say, we've known each other for 9 years. There's always a bit of a laugh and a banter about some of our antics, but tell us your funniest story about delivering a slinger or something to do with a CAS slinger.
Well, I'm a hands-on guy, like you said. You get in the field, and when I took the job at sales, I took the challenge of learning how to operate, trying to operate equipment. And I remember one of the first times we were doing a test over there, and just happened to be a truck with a utility box with some nice windows in the back of the box. Not knowing the distance and controllability at that point, I'm just going to tell you the short story. The windows didn't last very long after shooting it. And then one other time we were actually doing a video shoot prior to this in the early days, and I shot myself with bark mulch. We of course had to cut the video on it, but you learn quickly when you do things like that.
Absolutely. So. Just on that, I remember doing it was a test in the field. They were building a new airport in Toowoomba, Queensland, Australia. They wanted a slinger to keep the paver full in between truckloads. I'll never forget it. It was an open cab paving machine, as they all are, and I shot the operator. Clean shot him.
If you don't, that's how you learn.
Absolutely.
I mean, you by mistakes, and
that's why this test facility is so paramount.
We got a lot of room here, and we don't have no glass.
Tell us, Bob, how long do you think you've got left doing what you're doing? You're still a sprightly young fella. There's no, there looks like there's no slowing you up, mate.
No, I don't think retirement in my mind is sitting down somewhere. So as long as I can be productive and valuable and have a little more time off, which Arlen seems to agree to, so that works really well, and so it's a good rhythm. And so
Fantastic.
As long as my health is good and I can do something productive, I'm going to stay with it.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
Look, Bob, thanks very much for your time. It's been a pleasure knowing you all
Yeah,
these
it's good
years.
to see you again, man.
You too.